putting that on my face? We are live. Hello, we are live. Fred's getting a little addicted to putting his hand on my face.
I'm trying the Vulcan mind meld.
Oh, is that it? Is that because we watched Discovery yesterday?
Yeah. What?
That's
no one's watching.
It's a little bit confusing. Yeah, but they'll see it on the. Oh, see, we have one person already.
Okay, now we can.
Now you can stop doing the Vulcan mind.
No, I tried the mind meld.
Hello, Phone Jones. Hey, Justin.
He
How are you?
won't let me do the mind meld.
I know. He's doing this weird mind meld thing, and he's not even Vulcan. He's a Fwed. He's not from Vulcan.
Yeah, well, Vulcan is next door.
Vulcan is next door to Fwed? Oh, that's very convenient, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing the social media. Hi, Pogo Priya. Hi, Tyler Fook.
I have pointy ears.
You do have the pointy ears. Is that because you are like cousins to them, or what?
Yes, on my mother's side.
On your mother's side? Okay. Which is regular post.
Here, who come?
Here they come. Oh, I guess maybe the people?
Tyler?
The people? Hey, Tyler. How could you disregard our eyeballs?
Huh?
I don't know what you're saying about that. What do you mean disregard your eyeballs? Sorry, we are... Okay, putting stuff on social media so that we can have people show up and say hello. There we go.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Okay.
That's good. Okay, let me shut this all down. We already did all those things. It's all I need an assistant to do these social media things for me.
What am I top liver?
Fwed said nobody's watching. Well, you know, I think we're a minute, like a couple seconds behind. So when we start, there's nobody who is listed as watching, and so then it takes a little bit of time for us to catch up. But now we've got people watching. I'm here. Hi, Monique. Good to see you. So, oh my gosh, look at all this mess behind me. This is.
Oh, it's awful.
If you were here with us last week, we actually made a puppet. Hi, hola. How are you?
Hello.
So last week we made this.
Is Wagon Day here with his mom?
Oh, that's right. Is your mom here tonight, Dragonite? Usually you're here around dinner time for you guys. So if you're here last week, we made a plush into a puppet, which I think he turned out. Hey, Kate. Kate's Adventures is the one that hung out with me at VidCon this past year. Yeah.
Where was I?
At VidCon?
Yeah.
I think we were home with Peter.
Oh.
8-Ball. Yeah. So we made him last week, and he actually was in a Sullivan video, and we thought that we would do something else in terms of making puppets. A lot of people like to make sock puppets, and we thought that thank you, Justin, that it turned out nice. Justin thinks that turned out nice.
Aw.
We thought we would actually make a sock puppet. Now, sock puppets are things that people do all the time.
Do I have to take off my socks?
Do you have on socks? You don't even have any feet.
What?
So sock puppets are things that people do a lot. You know, one of the advantages to socks is that you automatically have a piece of fabric that is in sort of a shape that you can make a mouth out of really well. And these are, feel this sock.
Ooh, that's nice and smooth.
Yeah. So these are.
Where have you been on my wife?
Do you need a moment?
A few.
Okay. I could polish your eyeballs with them. There we go. Now you're all shiny.
You know that hurts.
Now you have shiny eyeballs. No, they don't. It's a soft sock.
I know, but
so,
you like when you put things in your eyes. What?
Are we gonna be able to do this?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Fwed, do you ever wear a different shirt? No offense. I think you like this shirt. He likes his plaid shirt.
I wear other shirts. It's just this is my Monday shirt.
Oh, that's his Monday shirt, so that's why he's wearing that shirt.
Yeah.
So one of the things that people don't tend to do with sock puppets is, you know, they'll do this, they might put on a pair of buttons for eyes, maybe put on a little bit of hair, but they don't really tend to go too much further than that with a sock puppet. So I thought that we might make a... Are you making fun of the sock puppet?
No.
Are you making fun of me?
I'm trying to be like you.
Trying to be like sock puppet?
Uh-huh.
Oh. You sounded like dog there.
I know.
I know.
You sounded like a little bit George, so I figured I'd help.
Okay, so to make a sock puppet, one of the things that people don't tend to do is they tend to use the mouth kind of like this. You know, they've got their thumb as the bottom part and their fingers as the top part, and it looks a little bit like a mouth, but for the most part, you know, people's mouths don't do this so much because we have a jaw and then you have the palate up on top, which are both rigid. So that's why you make what's called a mouth plate, and we did that last week for our 8-ball puppet right here. You see this little bit? That's nom nom nom.
Ow!
Yummy. Where we made this this mouth plate.
To the whiting.
What?
The whiting went all crazy.
Oh, you know what it is? It's because if you put that too close, then it gets really bright.
Oh.
So we're going to make a mouth plate for this sock puppet. That's going to be our first part.
Oh.
The 8-ball is pretty cute. Thanks, Nate. So to do that, you can use all sorts of different materials to make a mouth plate. What you want is something that will stay open when it's not in use, because with your hands, it's much easier to close your hands like this to constantly be opening it. This can get really difficult on your hands. It can get really tiring. Sucks the light out of the camera. He does. 8-ball always goes in the pocket last. Yep, unless you're not doing it right. I missed like 5 or 6 of your live streams by you. I'm sorry that you did, but I'm glad that you're here tonight. So where's my scissors? There's my scissors. So I am going to start off with this material, which we actually got in our air conditioner when we bought a new air conditioner. This was in here, and the cool thing about it is that it's a kind of a rigid foam. Rigid. It's not styrofoam. It's just like a craft foam. But the
Sorry.
Okay, but it's also got this stickiness on the back, this sticky bit. And we, what did I use this?
What's the skull behind you?
What's the skull behind me? Oh, this is, we are using this big Halloween decoration that looks like a bat. I'm using it as a template to make a puppet under the foam pattern underneath a puppet. So if and when that turns out, you'll see what it turns into, and we'll show that to you. That would take a lot longer than a puppet like I'm doing tonight. So I'm going to just make the puppet tonight. So the main thing you want to do with a sock puppet is make sure that you don't go too much. Hi, Tia Lisa. You don't want to go too much wider than the mouth itself. It can stretch a little bit, but you don't want to really stretch it out too much. So this, fortunately, is about the right. Gonna start on supper. Okay, Mom's still watching while I make it. Oh, okay. We'll keep up with Dragonate's mom. So I'm gonna just make a little mouth plate, and I'm gonna kind of freeform it here, I think. So first I'm just gonna cut this. These are my good scissors. I probably shouldn't use it. That's okay. I know. They cut really well though. So what I wanna do is I wanna, whoa. It's very flexible.
Look what you did.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Hi, Fred. Hello. That's Tia Lisa. She's here all the time. So I'm making this into a little mouth plate. Like this. So what I'm going to do is, first I'll kind of fold this over. And because this is too thick to cut with one, by folding it and then cutting it, I'm just going to cut one side and then I'll cut the other. I just wanted to make sure that I know kind of where the middle is. And now I'm just going to kind of cut it into a bit of a mouth shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't going to be a perfect...
Am I friends with Pixie? I think so.
Yeah, I think that Fred and Pixie get along pretty well.
Yeah.
I think Pixie gets a little bit jealous because Fred gets a lot of screen time on our live streams.
Yeah, well, she shows up at other places.
She shows up on other things. Fred, you haven't been on another video for a long time.
Yeah, well, I do my thing here.
Yeah, yep. So this is Fred's...
I wanted to go to Topsail Fair, but you wouldn't let me.
You know what it is? We only had so much room, and we only had so many tickets. And so George and Dog went last year. They have to go again. Can Fred say hello to Elijah?
Hello, Elijah.
Yeah. I think that's Justin. That's your son, right, Justin? I think it is. So we've made this little mouth plate. Now, it's the wrong color, but that's okay. We're going to fix that in a minute. But this is what's going to go on our... Yeah, Justin's son. I've seen him in a couple of videos. He's really cute. How old is Elijah, Justin? So what we're going to do is fit this in so that it is a more rigid mouth. And if you see, this all of a sudden turns this from kind of, you know, it's a sock to all of a sudden it starts to take a shape. So that's what we're going to do here. 5 about to be 6. That's great. That's a good age.
Yeah.
Do you remember being 5? How old are you now, Fred?
shouldn't ask that.
Shouldn't ask that of an alien. Is that a rude question for an alien?
It's a rude question for anyone who's old.
Oh, are you old? I didn't know you were old. I thought you were a young alien.
Well, compared to Earthlings, I'm ancient.
Oh, I see.
My own ways, I'm prepubescent.
Oh, I see. So what I'm doing is this foam that I have has a sticky back. If you can see how shiny it is, it's not shiny on this side. So that's just, it's an adhesive. I'm going to use some glue to secure it, but this really helps because then, when is Adam Krudinger's next video? I don't know. I know
He doesn't tell us these things.
Yeah, Adam and I, we aren't, unfortunately, Adam doesn't ask us about doing things on his channel. Maybe someday he will. But I think he's doing something for an actual show, like either a TV show or a stage show. So I think that he may be busy with that, because I saw some puppets he made. Why not fulfill the golden rule by mutually giving out your age to Fred? Oh, I'm 49.
I'm 9,853.
There you go. See, it worked. Thank you
Centuries.
for the... Thanks. Whoa. You are very old.
I told you.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we have this little mouth. It's just kind of hanging out in there. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to...
Random question. How often have you had to queen puppets?
Not as often as we should.
Yes.
Dog, I will tell you, we have 3 versions of the dog puppet that we use for dog, and the original dog is very, very dirty.
He's a dirty dog.
He's a dirty dog. So let me grab my hot glue gun, and this is on the low temperature setting, so I won't burn myself too badly, or I hope not to.
Don't you believe it?
Don't you believe it? So what I'm doing is I am now...
What are you going to use for the sock puppet's eyes?
We actually made eyes. I don't know if you were here when we talked about eyes, but we made a set of eyes using Adam Krudinger's technique using the measuring spoons. So we are going to actually use those eyes, and I think that they will come out very well. You know why? You know why these things aren't sticking all that well? It's probably because these are infused with aloe. I should have thought of that. That's okay. I think the hot glue will stick. I found these at the dollar store.
Whole Foods.
Oh, at Whole Foods, yeah. Reminds me of a slug or a snail puppet. He could be a little bit of a slug. What I may do is take the other sock that goes with this and just make it a little bit longer, because it is a very short little sock. They're like little, they're infused with aloe, which may have been, what I like about them is they're this kind of terry cloth, but they're also coated with something, and I probably should have thrown them in the washing machine just to get rid of that before I started this. That's okay. Sometimes we just don't know what we're going to do before we start. Yeah, always we don't know what we're going to do before we start.
Sometimes we don't know what we're going to do while we're doing it.
That's true. That's true. I always like to have an activity, but if you guys want to just talk about anything, if you have anything you... let's see. You know, there is something called How Low Scream at Busch Gardens. Oh, when we were...
We're nowhere near a Busch Gardens.
We're not near a Busch Gardens, but we... last year we were at Disney World, and they were just starting to put up Mickey's not-so-scary Halloween party. They were putting up all the pumpkins and stuff like that. I think Peter would remember that.
Peter does not remember a thing.
No?
No.
Peter may have to go to the memory ward at some point.
Peter's dragging today.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Peter had a little bit of a problem. Do you want to tell us about Peter's problem at work?
They flooded.
They flooded. So now it's not like we're not in any hurricane or anything area, but we had a bit of rain this weekend, and Peter's office flooded, and his computer
at work
got destroyed.
Oh.
Completely waterlogged.
Along with a good majority of the computers.
Everybody's computer got that?
Not everybody's, but a lot of them.
Now, is that because your computers are on the floor?
Yes.
Yeah, you have. We were talking about that at my office, and they said, "Well, but do they keep their laptops on the floor?" And I'm like, "I think it's desktop. It's desktop
computers.
Yeah.
And if they were laptops, they'd all be all okay."
Yeah, everybody said, "Oh, who uses desktops?" And I said, "Newspapers," because they need big computers. There's a lot of people here. Who hasn't said hello yet? That's not good. Hi, Dragonate's mom. Good to see you. Computer destroyed. Yeah. Luckily, I'm sure they're insured at work.
One would hope, anyway.
One would hope that they would have some insurance at work. So hopefully they can get that replaced. But Peter can work off of his home computer while he's at work. So that happened. Hi. We haven't had a video from you in a while, Dragonate's mom. Not to pressure you or anything, but I'm pressuring you.
Pressure.
Pressure. I like Dragonate's mom because she's about our age. Well, she's about... Oh, you're doing the song?
Or is it no, not that one. I was doing...
you were doing... Oh, yeah.
You know, the one that got stolen in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. The pressure is on. Okay, so you can see at the top here, I have now glued this to that. So now it looks more, if you see the bottom is really rough and the top is a little bit more smooth.
Well,
and so
fix the bottom then.
I'm going to. I'm doing a tutorial, you see. So it needs some...
A tutorial.
A tutorial, and it needs some... Bye, gotta go. Oh, Monique
bye,
on board
bye.
with us. Bye, Monique. She's like,
Bye.
I don't need to put up with this hot glue. It's boring, which I understand. It's a lot of steps. That's fine. So yeah, so the hot gluing part can be a little bit tedious, but I'm trying to keep it interesting as we do that. I always put this weird pressure on myself. I can do this without this being in here, I think. Oh Lord, now I have Bowie on the brain. Well, I think everybody unfortunately had Tom Petty on the brain. I feel bad. I liked Tom Petty. His music I liked okay because I grew up in the 80s and 70s and 80s, but I also just thought that he's very creative. I always liked all the visions he did for his videos and stuff. So that was a sad thing today too. Lots of sad things today happening today, which is just not a good day. And you know, I know some people had decided not to do like live streaming or videos, but I think that we should keep creating. I think it's important to keep doing the things that we need to do, because otherwise, what's the point of going on if the world is going to stop us from doing our artistic things or our hopeful things or all that kind of stuff? So that's about as philosophical as I get, I think. So yeah, so we're gluing and gluing and gluing. It's important to keep moving. I agree, Tia Lisa. I think that that's really important.
Where are we moving to?
Snow and cold and wind here for us. Oh, you're in Canada. What part of What part of Canada, if you don't mind telling? Where Peter and I will be going to Toronto sometime in October.
I'm not serious. I've never been serious.
No, Fred. Well, sometimes you can be philosophical. That face.
Philosophical.
Oh, was I making a serious face or was
I think
Fred?
I was.
Oh, Fred was making a serious face.
It was my resting face.
Your resting alien face.
Serious one. Yeah.
Serious face. I'm on the other side of Canada. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about Canada, but we are in Boston, so we're closer to Quebec, to Montreal.
Probably.
Yeah. So if you go up towards Maine and stuff, you can get up to Quebec in a few hours. It doesn't take too long from Boston, but my boss works out of Toronto, and he wants me to go to a training session up there, and I've never been to Canada, oddly enough.
It's a bit subdued. You get to see the whites.
Get to see the lights. There we go. All right, so this hot gluing is taking quite a long time for a mouth. You know what it is? It's because I'm trying to do it all the way around the edges.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure. Yeah. Plus, I'm feeling a little bit of pressure, but that's okay. This is
Not too much pressure.
There is a little friend. We have friends who.
We have friends.
We do. Believe it or not, we have friends, and we met them.
I'll be there for you.
Oh yeah. You know 90s sitcom references, Fred? Did you get transmissions from
I got Netflix.
You got Netflix. Oh, okay. So gosh, aliens know so much about us. So we have friends from the Fringe when I did a play in New York at the Fringe Festival, named Dewey and Douglas, and Dewey has a new puppet character, which is a sock puppet, and her name is Molly McGew. And this is kind of what inspired me to make this puppet. She's very cute. She's a very little girl puppet, and she's made out of sock. And she goes to all sorts of things. She went to RuPaul's Drag Con.
Of course she did.
She did. And I think the reason she went is because Douglas is the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race's best friend. Best friends with someone named Sasha Velour.
Velour?
Velour, like the...
Is she made out of fabric?
I thought we should make a puppet out of velour and call it Sasha Velour.
No, Velour Sasha.
Velour Sasha, yeah. But, yeah. So, okay. All right, so now we have... Remember me?
No.
If I say no, is that a problem? I think I remember your icon. Have you been here before on live streams? If you have, welcome back. And I'm sorry I didn't notice you before or didn't remember you. And if you haven't been here before, welcome for the first time. So
What he said.
we made this little mouth plate. I was here 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Being elderly is terrible.
Was I here 2 weeks ago?
Were you here for 2
I
weeks?
don't know.
I think you've been on all of them, Fred, right? You've at least been here for a minute or two for all of them, because even with the ones with Pixie in them, you've been here to help her out when she's needed to take a break. Yeah. So, well, welcome back. Nice haircut. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will tell. Oh yeah. Did you get a trim?
No.
Trim? No. Oh, okay.
If you told me, I don't know.
I will tell you an interesting thing is since I got my haircut, I have gotten some mean comments from people. There's a lot of guys who are very unhappy with the fact that I cut my hair, which I think is interesting. So, all right. So we have the mouth plate in our sock puppet, and now it looks a little bit more like an actual character, you know, because that's how a mouth on an animal or blah blah blah. I love the little monogram on the neck. Yeah, we'll call it a birthmark or something. There's a little
tattoo.
A tattoo. Oh, that's perfect. Didn't say yet. Yeah, thanks. I was really I had been talking about getting my hair cut for a long time.
Vacillating.
Yeah, I was going back and forth for a very long time, and then I realized I should just cut it. And I was going to a conference where I was going to see a lot of young people.
Surprised the heck out of Peter.
Yeah, I didn't tell Peter because I didn't think that I would have the nerve to do it. So I need to get my... Excuse me, just a quick second. Just need to get my...
Was there something I said?
No, I just need to get my Sharpie.
Sharpie?
Yeah, because I'm going to draw this out. So now I have this felt, this black felt, which also is on a sticky back, which is also very helpful. And I'm going to trace out...
Don't get it on the sock.
That's true. I'm going to trace out kind of this way...
Maybe a pencil?
A rough idea. Yeah, that's... Yeah, maybe a pencil. Do we have a pencil somewhere? Do you have one?
It's down upstairs. I just...
You know what? I think I can just cut it. Let me just cut it instead. So I will not trace it. I will cut it. So what I'm going to do is just... And then I can trim. That's easier, I think. So now, like we've talked about before when we've made puppets, I have a special fabric pen that came with some fur for a puppet. Oh, that's cool. We were talking about before when you make oh, that's too short now.
Aw. Try again.
Try again. That's why we have extra. All right, you know what? I think I'm just going to just do that. And then take this off. How exciting, I'm cutting things. So the inside of a mouth is not a light color usually, unless you're an alien like Fred, and then you have a purple mouth. But most people, when you open your mouth, you see it's very dark because the light really can't get in. And that's why inside of a puppet mouth, you'll see they'll make it out of black. Since the stream isn't particularly catered to the human politics, how are your current events at home, Fred?
Oh, they're very current.
They're very current. Fred's current events are very current.
Black currant.
Oh, you mean like jelly?
Exactly.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so now I've put this black fabric and I'm going to just trim it. Normally you would, actually I would probably should have put the fabric onto the mouth plate first and then cut it, but I was going kind of backwards. But now it's going to be the inside.
It's getting dark here.
It's getting dark here? Is it getting dark where you are, or did you mean out here, out our window?
Or the humor, I don't know.
Oh, the humor could have been getting dark, although we don't get too dark. You sometimes get a little dark and I have to pull you back.
Pull me back! Ah!
Because,
I'm getting dark!
Oh, here's something interesting that for the YouTubers, I had my first video actually go through. I've had a couple that have been said that they were iffy, but I had a video demonetized, and it was a video where I taught people how to tie a tie. So I don't know why that happened to me, but
you got demonetized?
Yeah, just one, and it's an
the
old.
Consultant have to pay. You would say you had to
I had to pay him $1. Bye, Justin. Oh yeah, bye, Justin. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I have to learn to pay attention, I think,
Uh-huh.
while I'm cutting. And you noticed that Justin was going, right?
What state are you in?
We are in Massachusetts. We are very close to Boston. Yeah, it is about 7:20 here. So, there we go. We usually like to have these live streams be about an hour or maybe a little bit less. And
45 minutes?
Yeah, so we switched it to 7 o'clock because Peter loves the Big Bang Theory, and so we like to finish before that. Hey, Fred, current events at home.
They're current.
They're current. He said they're current events. His current events are current. All right.
We wouldn't have past events for current events.
Yeah. So now, and I'll probably put in a little tongue. Actually, Fred, can you get me a really small
I
heart?
expected a board of human politics. Who isn't?
Yeah, humans have way too many politics for Fred. Fred's gonna get me a heart piece of foam that looks like a heart, and that's how we make a tongue.
Is there a particular color?
If you have a pink or a lighter color, it doesn't matter. As long as it's not like a blue. Not a blue, not a purple. Let me just, there we go. And there we go. All right. Oh, thank you very much. So this is a little tiny heart. And for puppets, I don't think we did this for the...
You gotta have heart!
Yeah. So
All you
inside of
really
a
need is
puppet's
heart.
mouth, you'd want to put a little tongue, and a heart looks just like a tongue when you put it inside of a puppet. And actually, we have a Sharpie, so I can make the little, because there's that little line. So I'll just put a little...
Do you have a line in your tongue?
Well, it kind of has the fold, I guess. It's more of a fold where your tongue folds up with
Can
the
you
muscles.
fold your tongue? Oh, look at that.
Some people can't. Some people can't fold their tongues, but yeah, you can, because see, you've got the little one in yours too. And your tongue is
I can't
purple.
unfold it.
Your tongue is purple, and this one's going to be pink. So these little heart shapes we actually got at... Did we get this one at the educational store? I think we did.
We got it at like Michael's.
Michael's or something. So you can just get these little foam shapes. This is a little bit off center, but that's okay. And now he has a
That's
little...
okay, so am I.
He has a little tongue inside of his mouth. So it's a really neat trick too, because it suddenly makes the mouth look like it has a little bit of depth, which I think is great. So
Is he gonna have a uvula?
hello. I think he's a little too small to put in too much into his mouth, so I think that's a little bit... Well, he's already glued down.
Yeah.
It's a little bit off center, but that's okay. All right, so let's make eyes. What current recipes do you have on your home planet? What kind of recipes do you make on your home planet, Fred?
Well, there's currant jelly and currant pastries.
So you're just going with the current joke this whole time.
Well, that's what they asked. What kind of current recipes?
You're funny.
No, they specifically asked about the current recipes.
Specifically asked about currents. Okay.
Yes. And
All
they
right.
even spelled it right.
Let's just do this down here too. There's a lot of gluing. I'll probably fix this up before we actually use it in any videos. I don't know if we'll use the sock puppet in a video.
We're using it right now.
Well, I mean in a scripted video. So we have a little tongue.
Will you have scripts?
Well, in a planned video.
Okay.
Okay, that works better.
And even those are on.
All right, so we have a tongue, but I have no arm. I have no eyes. I have no eyes
Face
yet.
without an eyes.
So let's give him some eyes. So if you were here a few weeks ago,
Eyes, baby.
we're back to that, are we?
Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da. Okay, so, and the mouth is a little bit off, but that's okay. So if you were here a couple of weeks ago, oops, sorry about that, that was loud. You will know that we made a bunch of eyes, and we made them using Adam Krudinger's template idea. I think are these the same size?
I don't know. I can't see.
Yeah, they're kind of, okay, yeah. So on top of this, we can put two little eyes.
The demonetization, but probably accidentally used the Google search alpha to tie news.
Yeah, probably.
Taya, yeah, well, would been.
So what I'm going to do is we will position the eyes. And again, this is probably going to be kind of approximate because we're doing this on camera and
He missed the last 3 streams because of the homework.
homework's more important than live streams. So I'm going to put some eyes And I'm probably gonna put them fairly, it's hard to see, fairly close on the front of his head.
Hold on for a minute.
What? You're like around there? That work?
No, it just looked like they were cracked, but they're not.
No, I don't think they're correct. Okay, so let's start. Let's just. Okay. Yeah. You want to turn around? So we have an off-camera hand helping me out here. Okay, I'm just gonna split that out.
Where's the other hand?
I don't know. Okay, and this is going to go. Once you make a decision, you can't take it back.
It looks like a white blue Cookie Monster.
He kind of is. The lights are so bright on this, it's hard to see, but I'm putting eyes on there. And what I'll do later on, once these are all glued down and stuff, is I'll give him some, or her, some eyelashes and stuff so that the eyes stand out a little bit more, because a white eye, oh, it's so hard to see. A white eye against a light blue is tough to see. So I'm just now gluing on the eyes, and I'm doing it really
haphazardly.
I'm doing it really quickly, and it's kind of like a quick and dirty job right now, just because.
Like our puppet.
Because we're making, yeah, I know all our puppets are really
dirty.
Really, yeah. Like somebody asked before, do you clean your puppets? We should. So can you see? Let me put in his.
A little lopsided.
Everything's lopsided on him. Hello, I'm lopsided. So. Yeah, he's very lopsided. I apologize, but I just thought it's more of a tutorial. I'm just a tutorial.
I'm just a Bill. No,
I'm
a Fred.
Loopy. Yeah, he's loopy and a little bit off. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, I can probably put a little bit more glue on this side, and then kind of force the issue. And do that. Woo.
Force the achoo?
Achoo!
Achoo!
Ooh. Hit me in the face. All right, that's a little bit less off, if you can see. I actually made it here. Caroline, how are you?
Hello.
Good to see you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, our cat all of a sudden got interested in what we're doing, so she's down on the floor. If the camera shakes, that's because the cat loves to brush up against the tripod. So my apologies.
She just wants the water.
Oh, she's thirsty. Okay. So if you hear drinking, that's the cat. That's not us. Oops.
Noisy.
that was wet. So okay.
That wasn't me.
That drinking noise?
That was not me.
That was not you?
That was not me.
I think you're a liar.
It was not me. It may be somebody that was connected to me, but it wasn't me.
Oh, I see. Are we getting existential now?
Ooh. Meta.
Meta. Ooh. Guess what?
You burn yourself?
The hot glue. I promised on one of my Twitter streams that I might burn myself a little bit with the hot glue, and I did. Okay, now the is it? Can you see? Oh man, it's hard to plug out the light.
Did you?
Well, you know what happened to Zuni Warrior? Oh, you know what it is? Is what did we make instead of that Zuni Warrior pup? I still want to make him, but
you made the dislike bot.
Oh yeah, I made the dislike bot instead. I used the materials to make that dislike bot. I will still do that. I promise you. That's that is the Dead Dolls channel, and you have been so good about following my stuff that I want to make sure that I follow through with that. So I will make that Zuni Warrior. I just wasn't really terribly happy with the way he was coming out, or in my head anyway. So, okay, now the eyes make more sense. Oh, those are way off. Pupils are not.
He doesn't see anything, folks.
Oh, that is the perfect disguise. You're a master of disguise. So, hello, hi everybody.
His spirit comes falling off.
How are you? Wow. So this is his eyes are way off. Center.
Everything's whoopy on him.
I'm very loopy. Okay, so there's his face.
Loopy from Guadalupe.
Can I do this so that it's? Oh, there we go. Hello, hello. So we made a bit of a
easy wider
with the motorcycle. Yeah, you do have kind of a Peter Fonda thing going on there.
Where'd it go?
Down there. It's on your foot. It's on your hand.
Oh.
There you go. How's that? Perfect.
Oh my God.
Easy rider. Or you're probably not old enough, but we used to have a character on public television called Easy Reader. It was played by
Morgan Freeman.
It was played by Morgan Freeman. Yeah. All right. So now I have
On the electric company.
I have a little box of hair. It's a little box of hair just for me. How exciting! So let's see what we can get. And these are all different hair colors. What do we have for hair? Maybe we can add. We have troll hair. That's a little bit too. Maybe green.
Orange?
The orange? Yeah, that's. Well, it's kind of big though for him. It's rather big. I don't want to cut it because it's a good cap. Let's see.
Green?
I guess green because we have little bits of this green, which is fine. Oh, that's a cap too. Huh. Thought we just had pieces. Maybe I'll do the yellow. Just because it's here and it's yeah. So we'll use this yellow.
Yellow.
Okay. So, so now we can give him a little bit of hair. Or I'm not that pleased with this hair. Let me see. Oh, the silver might work. I'm beautiful.
A bit big.
It's a bit big. Do we have
any more of the rainbow?
the rainbow? Oh, well, yeah, we have the rainbow bits. I could cut a little bit. I could give him a little bit of. Anyone here know how Cookie Monster's pupils move? Peter might know. Peter, how do Cookie Monster's pupils move? I like
very carefully.
Very but are they attached to?
I never actually looked that closely.
You never looked that up? That's interesting. That is a good question.
I mean,
we will try to find that out.
They're like googly eyes. I mean, you like a plastic bubble with the thing. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a really interesting question, and we will have to try to figure that one out. All right. So I think if I do kind of a thing like that, if I cut it down at this seam here, I can do that. I am figuring out the hair. This is a little Halloween wig that we bought at Party City. Or iParty.
It looks like Pixie's hair.
It is just like Pixie's hair. We got a wig that looks very much like Pixie's hair, and it's made out of this rainbow. And we will probably have rainbow hair coming off of that. So this is, and I think this is kind of cool because we can give our puppet a bit of a mohawk, kind of like that. So I like that. Let's try that.
It's shedding.
It is shedding. It's probably a bit long. Yeah,
a
but.
bit.
We'll glue down the front and see what happens. You looking at the time? It is 7:35. I won't steer you wrong. We won't miss our show. Okay. Squish. And again, this is a really quick and dirty puppet. I always like to build something when we are doing these live streams because I think that the cool thing, I like hanging out with everybody. I like talking with all of y'all. But I've been on so many live streams where people get on and they expect the people watching to do all the work for them. And I just kind of, I like this. Hello.
He looks like a fish.
He does. So anyway, I can send you a picture of my puppet via email. Yeah, my email address is on my channel, or you could, probably better if you're on Instagram, throw it onto Instagram and tag me. It is xingcat, XINGCAT. That's probably the best way, rather than deal with email. Probably could be hollowed out bottom with some swivel insert. Oh, you mean the eyes. I thought you were talking about the sock puppet. I was like, how do we hollow out a sock puppet? Yeah, it's kind of
very carefully.
You know what it is because it's kind of off to one side. Yeah, so maybe if he's got kind of, hello.
Funky.
Hello, I'm a funky chicken. Hollowed out Cookie Monster eye. It could be hollowed out. I'm thinking more that they're on, I don't know the terminology, but the eyes would be on a little peg, and then it would just be like a little revolve that the eye sits on, because they don't really go all that far. They just kind of go up and down kind of on a pivot. So, but I don't know.
Pivot.
That's something that we really should, sorry, grabbing the glue gun, really should know as Muppet enthusiasts, but we don't. Okay, let me just get this
Cookie
bit.
Monster's wheel. That's the answer.
Oh, so his eyes are just eyes?
His eyes are eyes.
They're just eyes, yeah. Okay, let me just glue this down. So this is going to take a little bit more finessing. A little bit, I shouldn't say more finessing. This was probably should have taken some finessing, but I'm kind of pleased with how funky this guy is. He's kind of like, hello. You know, he's kind of, hello, hello. The bright lights don't do him justice. We have just a single very bright studio light in the living room when we do this, and the living room's so small that you don't really get a good diffusing, I guess, of light.
The only email he sees is Google.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would say put it onto Instagram if you're on Instagram, or if you're on Twitter, you can tag me on Twitter with the picture. And
Wait,
just
are there programs on your pointer to? It went away.
oh, we can do this. xingcat is the one. Yeah, Google Plus. I never
Fred,
checked.
are there programs on your pointer to assimilate and uplift the non-sentient somethings?
Beings that UFOs abduct. Hola, hello.
We do not abduct you.
Yeah, Fred's people don't abduct.
Is
Is that a nasty rumor? That's a
It's a myth.
A what?
A myth.
A what?
A myth.
A what?
A myth.
A what? Yes. Yes.
It's a running gag.
I really like this. I think that the rainbow hair really just makes anything good. I like because it adds movement. One thing, if you're making a puppet and it doesn't look all that good, you can always add something that kind of moves around, and then all of a sudden it looks way more deliberate. I love it. Yeah. I also I tried to do this evenly in the middle of his head, but it doesn't really work, so I just gave him kind of a, or her. I think this is more of a her. Yeah. Oh, good. Other people know Spanish. I unfortunately don't know Spanish. I never took any Spanish. Hello. Hi. How are ya?
Hello.
Hello. So let me I'm just going to finish up this on this side. So if you've just joined us, we are in the middle of making a sock puppet. I love this rainbow hair too, and it was super inexpensive. It was a super inexpensive wig at the party store, and we have used it now for a couple of puppets. And what I like is that it moves so much. You know what this reminds me of is the snake in, what was it? The Christmas special. Emmett Otters.
Oh.
Where they're, you know, we know what we like. That one. Where they're the Electric Mayhem. No, Electric Mayhem is Dr. Teeth. It's, you know, that little...
I know what you're talking about.
Punk band that they have. This is not sticking. Okay. I have to keep gluing down eyeballs. Woo! And burning my fingers in the process.
So an accident waiting for a place to happen.
Is it an accident if it just keeps happening?
Only if it happens accidentally.
I guess so. There we go. Hello. Hello. What is the puppet's name? I think it should be Cloudy or Rain. Cloudy or Rain?
How about Claudia Wayne?
Claudia Wayne. There we go. Claudia Rain. Yeah.
Like Claude Wayne, it's only different.
Yep.
That's just disturbing.
There we go. What's disturbing?
Just you're putting the hot glue in someone's eyes.
I'm not putting it in someone's eyes. I'm gluing down eyeballs on a puppet.
Oh.
Yeah. Puppets don't feel anything yet. Not until they're done. So there we go. There we are. They're here.
So get some hot glue stuck off their lips.
On her lips? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is a very, very messy puppet. But
She's a hot 20 mess.
where is the email address? It should be on my About page, but if not, like I said, just yeah, go to About and click on email address. And you can send it, or, you know, like I said, Instagram works too, if you want to do that. I just get a little bit nervous about people sending email. There we go. That's hot. I know. Are you bored?
I'm getting
You're
tired.
tired. You're getting tired?
I'm getting tired.
I only see Google Plus. No. It's on the About page, and then it would be under Contact Me, and then you just have to put in a little thing. So there we go. How's that? Do you like my hair? So there we go. Woo. We started with you hitting me in the face, and we ended with you hitting me in the face. So we've been at this for about 45 minutes, and so really, even though this is very messy, we made, I think, a pretty handsome puppet. Let me see if I can click on the name xingcat and then go to About. Yep, looks adorable. Yeah, I kind of like it. So this could easily, oh yeah, get up close. So the eyes are a little bit unfocused. I can play around with the pupils. There's extra hot glue. I did this all without a, you know, without a plan, without anything. But if you are interested in puppetry, it doesn't really take all that much. Just knowing the basics of what to build. It's always about a good mouth plate, or in our case, a mouth plate. The eyes, making sure that the eyes are very expressive, and I think that these eyes on top of here, let's see, can I do this? Oh yeah, there we go. The eyes are a little bit more expressive over here, and then just adding in a little bit of movement or something interesting, and all of a sudden, you've got...
She's back.
She's back.
Yes.
Yeah, you're back, and yeah, we're probably going to close up very soon because we're going to have to clean. I don't know.
Look at all that shedding hair.
Yeah.
All over your wrap.
Oh, it's all in my lap too. So yeah, when you cut a wig, you get all this stuff. This rainbow hair is a lovely contrast to the neutral body color. I love it. So very adorable. Yeah. So I'm very pleased with this.
She needs Cyndi Lauper earrings.
She needs Cyndi Lauper earrings. We don't have any earrings. We don't have any accessories like that.
Doesn't have any ears either.
That's true. I would have to have the ears. Yeah. So I think this might be a good fish puppet. Just put some gills. Maybe instead of ears, we could give her gills. Not tonight, though. We don't have enough time.
Not tonight. She has a haddock.
Ah! Why is the live stream early again? I almost missed it. We probably are going to be switching through the fall to 7 o'clock because Peter has TV shows he likes to watch. A bet of fish? Better than what? Ah!
How much do you bet them?
Must be blind. I can't find the email on the About page. Okay. Well, like I said, you can always go on to Twitter or Instagram and just send it that way. Or just send me a YouTube message. You can do it through YouTube messaging. You should do a lion. What would a lion's face look like? A lion would probably have a regular kind of oval face with a... It's mostly about the mane of hair. Basically like a cat, but cats have a very distinct face, whereas lions, I always think of lions as having more of a rounded face. Anyway, so today we made a sock puppet.
I don't know why. Moving.
Today we made a sock puppet, and a square long nose. Yeah, and like I said, it doesn't take too long to actually build something, and I think it came out okay. Fred, what do you think? Always a critic. So yeah, so we are going to close up today. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. As I always say, if you have a YouTube channel, feel free when this goes up to place a link to your YouTube channel or your Instagram account or whatever in the comments down below of the recording of this. She's gonna be in a video. I think we'll find some place to use her. I rarely make puppets and don't use them because they take too much time to not use. And I really like this one. I think this one came out really nicely. Looks like a rock star sock puppet. I think so. Yeah, kind of like could play the guitar or something.
It's a real heartbreaker. Too soon.
Heartbreaker. Yeah, so thanks so much for joining us this week. We will see you again next week. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tune in tomorrow, Wednesday for Sullivan Spaniel, Thursday for 3 ingredient recipes, and we will see you again later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.